Hi, welcome back to video number 8 in the Working with Endnote part of the Endnote video series for St Andrews College. In this video, which might be a little bit longer than the other ones, I'm going to show you how to format your references. When you do a university assignment, there are always loads of points which are easily scorable but also easy to drop, for making sure that your formatting looks really slick and making sure that all of your references are formatted in the same way and correctly. Some of the stuff in this video is a little more relevant to when you want to use references over and over again, for example, in different pieces of work or in resubmitted references to journals, which is kind of how you might use it after university. However, a lot of it is actually quite useful to know for your assignments because of what I said at the beginning about how you really don't want to be dropping marks for bad formatting. So when you type into, or when you have a reference that you put into Endnote, you can see that it's formatting the bibliography in a certain way. So for this example, working on the document which I've been working on for the last few videos, you can see reference number 1, which is Zuppinger. The format is surname, first initial, full stop, title without capitalization, full stop, the journal that it's published in, and the abbreviated version of that, full stop, the year, semicolon, and then this will be the volume, and this will be the page numbers for this particular journal. Sometimes you might see a bracket here, so for this number 2, the Beiersdorf reference, it's exactly the same, except that the issue number is here in brackets as issue number 3, and then the page numbers are here. For this particular article, this was the way that the journal wanted these to be formatted. For your university assignments, there will be specific instructions for the way that you're supposed to format your assignment. And it might be in the Vancouver referencing style, or it might be in APA referencing style. For the moment, I'll keep working with Vancouver, but all of the same principles apply. But the main thing is that you definitely want to be getting 100% for all of the marks that are going for formatting. When your university lecturers mark you on formatting, you'll drop marks very quickly for not being consistent with your referencing. So if your bibliography is all over the place and sometimes you've spelled out the journal name in full, so here instead of EURJ, you would put European Journal, whereas somewhere else you've done it brief with abbreviations. You know, if you don't do it exactly the same for every reference, then you probably get penalized. So one thing that you can do is you can turn off the instant formatting. What that means is that whatever changes you make down here, it's not going to be automatically formatted by Endnote. When you have instant formatting on, Endnote will automatically revert to whatever instructions, whatever coding it has for the format that the references should be put down here in. But with that off, you can actually change things. You could say page 41 to 60. Or you could remove the page numbers completely. You could change this to capitalize the words that you think are sort of needing to be capitalized here, and so on and so forth. It won't change it, but if you then go up and you edit your EndNote and you put in another reference, say you want to put in another reference here, if you don't have instant formatting on, then the document won't automatically update in the way that was shown in the previous videos. And it will defeat the whole purpose, and it will mess up the system. If you turn instant formatting back on, then all the changes that you've made manually are going to be overridden, and Endnote is going to reprogram your reference list. So everything that I just did here for this Zuppinger reference, it's going to be undone. So we turn instant formatting on, and Endnote is going to reapply whatever programming it's got in the background, whatever instructions you've put in that you want Endnote to format your references to look like. So you can see here that this is now reverted to all small letters in the title, and it's put the page number back in. That's quite an important concept to understand. Let's now go to Endnote itself and look at this Zuppinger reference and see why Endnote is doing it how it is. So we've got a search for author containing Zuppinger, and here is our reference here. And we can see that Endnote has got the title put in here as all small letters. But we can also see for this reference above, which has conveniently come up, that Endnote has the title here put in with capital letters. Now you have to manually change that here. So if you load in a reference and you find that the people that built that reference have programmed it so that your title is not formatted correctly, you have to come and change it. And the easiest way to do that is down here in this reference preview. You type in how you want the reference to appear. So let's say that I wanted all of my references to have capitals like this. Okay, I've typed them in, and now I need to save the reference. Now when I go back to my document, if I here update the citations in the bibliography, then we should see that Zuppinger, reference number 1, is now going to have capitalized words in the title. And that's because the formatting coming from Endnote has now been programmed to include that. So I'll stop that video there, but the second part of the next video, I'll go into more details of how you can go into your Endnote and reprogram the references so that you don't get into a problem of consistency with your referencing. That's going to mark the start of the advanced section of Endnote. So if you feel like what I've taught you so far is enough for your university and your assignments, then you don't need to proceed. But if you want to know about some of the advanced ways that you have to format Endnote, then please go on to the next set of videos. Thank you very much.